All right, and welcome back, guys.
Hello.
So, Fix, we're walking over here towards the very first city of this tour, which is Alawick, and I'm excited for it because it is the first city that I've done in this world. But I want to
Uh-huh.
show off this little abandonment up here first. It's a nice little campsite that was abandoned. Now, grass was grown here, but there was some weird issue with this chunk that the grass kind of all disappeared.
Oh, weird.
But yeah, so yeah, there used to be grass and some flowers, basically weeds, because this has been long since abandoned, since
Sure.
there is no fire here or anything like that. One,
Points like this are so important. Like when you're doing a world, like a world building world, it's so important to have little stuff. Like we all think the big stuff, we think the big kingdoms and the castles and stuff because that's fun. But this is what makes the world feel lived in. Oops, I just broke it. I just broke it. Sorry, I forgot it was creative mode. Sorry, everybody. We'll cut that in post. Don't worry.
yes, that's another thing, and you'll see this throughout the world too. There's little parts here, and one thing that I really like. I grew up in central Illinois, just farm fields galore. Like, I mean, you can sit there and just see farm fields, corn and soybeans and all wheat just going for miles and miles and miles. So that's one thing you're also going to notice here. I'm trying to fill up the land as much as possible between the cities. So as you're walking through, you're going to feel life throughout. And this
Yeah.
is one of the inputs. I think it was either Grumpy Owl or Cloudos that kind of had given me some inspiration with this, just as like a small little idea as far as this goes. So I've definitely kind of ran with it. There's a couple different styles of campsites around this world too. So just wanted to show this one off. It's
Nice.
nothing too fancy with it, but it's adds a nice little piece of lore to the world.
Yeah, it's so important.
So
Oh, I see a
up
field.
here, yeah, up here is the original world spawn up over here, and you'll actually start to see how massive these fields can be in this world.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
this is a lot, and you're single player in all this.
correct.
That's doubly a lot. Yeah, I mean, in the SMP I play on, we do a lot of this stuff, but there's like a lot of us. To do this single player, this is next level dedication, dude. This is hardcore. I love it. It feels good. We could fly around, and I do that too much on tours. But when you're walking, you get a feel. You get a feel for how big things are because you know how long it takes to walk from there to over there. And since we walk in real life, we know how long that is. But when you
Exactly.
fly, it feels different because you fly faster than you walk, and we don't fly in real life, so we don't know how that is. So yeah, it's really important. That's I stopped using an Electra. I don't know if you know that. I just quit.
I think I knew that. Yeah, because you're
I
using your leather gear.
I am. Leather and no Elytra. And I got to tell you, I feel like I should get like a commission from someone for preaching this as much as I do. But I'm telling you, you guys, if you're playing your single player worlds or SMBs or whatever, ditch the Elytra for a while and walk, and it feels good. It feels so different.
Oh yeah, I like to walk around. When I'm like having to go gather materials or something like that, I'll fly. But I like to walk around sometimes when I'm just going from one place to the next. Not really doing much. That's kind of what I do. Now over here, there is planned to have another hamlet or city. I'm not entirely sure yet what I want over here, but we have another little,
Nice.
campsite up here. And again, this is weird because I had berry bushes out here. I had mushrooms growing. I had some, flowers and that type of stuff in this camp area, but it's all gone.
Yeah. You do snapshots, right? From my memory.
I have, and that was just mainly to try and upgrade a little quicker with the some of the lag I was having in the world, and it just kind of
Oh,
made it
sure,
worse.
yeah.
So this next update, I'm
Yeah.
not going until full release. But
Yeah, I go back and forth, and it's nice to get all the new toys, but also there's danger of maybe something like this. It might have been snapshot related, or you never know. I guess
Oh,
just
yeah,
when you
yeah.
update worlds over time.
Well,
that does
also
happen.
this
But
is
luckily it's an easy fix.
this is changed versions, so this is not a vanilla anymore. This is a paper server.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's right.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
eventually going to upgrade this to my viewer server. So we have
Oh,
an
nice.
area for season 2 that is viewer specific. So anybody that joins in this world is going to be over there. but they can still come over here, walk around, see all the sights to see, and kind of experience the world firsthand. But they're not going to be able to do anything, interact with any of the blocks. Only I'm going to be able to. So.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Really bring people in. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So another little campsite, nothing too fancy with this again, but I would like to kind of point these out because they do add a lot of the liveliness to the world.
Yeah, surely they do.
But we'll head into Alowick, and I don't know how far your render distance is set to, but in the middle of this field here to our right, this field is where World Spawn originally was. It's actually down at the very bottom in the middle of that big, flat land. And where the bridge is here leading into Alowick was actually a fairly large mound. And I walked around it, and you can already probably see the structure off to our left that I saw render in.
Yeah. Wow, that's so lucky.
Yeah. I found this seed, and it said, "Oh, there's a Woodland Mansion, with close to spawn." Whoops, I just did you. I pulled a U. It said a Woodland Mansion was close to spawn, and I was thinking, 2,000 blocks, within 2,000 blocks, I'm happy, and I that rendered in as I walked closer to it. I was like, that's a lot closer. So
sometimes they're so far. I mean, 20,000 blocks, 25,000 blocks is not uncommon to have to get to a Woodland Mansion.
Absolutely. So
yeah, that's so lucky.
Pure luck on this. But yeah, so basically one thing that I wanted to do with this first season is to take the vanilla structures and try and build cities around them or build around them. Yeah. Similar to their style, but putting my own flair on them. So you're going to see many types of buildings that you can say, oh, yeah, that's the Woodland Mansion style. There's a lot of little pieces to it.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot of different designs in there. And I wanted to kind of bring that life where, yeah, you would see this in a city, but they're all like slightly a little different using the same materials. So
nice.
That's one thing that I've really, really enjoyed. But all of this, I actually had to level this all out because this was actually up to the third floor at parts.
Oh,
so like,
is this how Woodland Mansion is with this design?
Yes,
because I see you use that in your other houses. I don't know that I've ever noticed that before. That's cool. A surprising detail that they added.
Yeah, cool. It is. It's a little different, but we have like the community area over here. We have kind of a richer area of the town off to there, but this is kind of our central design for this. And one of the things that I really like, this is actually a Pixel Riffs one chunk Woodland Mansion build. Yeah. And I actually extended it a little bit more because originally this was going to be my trading hall, and then the villagers kind of messed up, and then I had the issue with the entities despawning. So I think I have a few left in here. Yeah, I have a few left in here, but there's not very many. I'm thinking about releasing them and letting them kind of roam.
Yeah, that'll be a fun 2 days before they're all dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I do have all this area lit up, so it is nice to have that all lit up. There's hidden lighting around. And to give you an idea of how long ago I started this world, not nearly as old as your world, but when I first built this, it was 1.12 released when I built this fountain. So the slabs in there could not be waterlogged.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it looked kind of bad, but I was like, 1.13's coming with this water update that they're claiming. So I'm just going to do this, and then hopefully it works. And
sure.
Yeah.
We started in 1.11, so we're not that much older than you. I mean, granted, there's like a year between updates.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only one version behind, so that's not too bad. Yeah.
So my personal favorite building in this town is this library. It's this grand library for Alowick. Still not completely finished, as there's a lot of torches just spammed around.
Yeah.
But you kind of get the feel of this kind of nice grand library.
This is nice. Oh, I like this. Oh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, because it expanded out into the little bay here that I had made, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to put this water feature in here. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see with the shaders on, but yeah.
Yeah, well, if you have a potato computer like me, you don't run them.
That's true.
So it's fine. You can see just fine over on my end.
But this is also where I store. I keep saying we, but I store all of our books from trading. And
Oh yeah.
with the update, I wasn't for sure how the villagers were going to react, so I kind of went ham on these efficiency books and
Oh my goodness. Oh, you beast.
mending
Yeah.
books.
Oh, can I just take one of these back to my world?
Yeah, go for it. Feel free.
That'd be really nice.
I managed to get a 10 mending villager, so I got all these mending books as well.
Oh.
And then
Oh,
a
I
bunch
hate
of
you.
unbreaking books. So
I can't even believe. Well, for your viewer expansion, you're going to have all the mending that they're ever going to need right there.
oh yeah, absolutely. And I think I have 3 shulker boxes lying around somewhere in this world full of emerald blocks from all the trading I did. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
But this is where I planned on storing basically all the books. So you can see all the books that I have with all the different, enchants on
yeah.
them. And
Yeah,
kind
that's
of-
awesome.
oh, and I should have I was going to say I should have a nice amount of Silk Touch and Fortune books as well. So but yeah, this is probably my favorite build in this city just because it's fully done on the inside basically other than the lighting, but
Yeah. It is. It's really nice to actually have a furnished interior. I wouldn't know that, but I've read it. I've read people say that having a furnished interior is nice. This boat out here, did you build that? I've never seen that in one of your videos somehow.
yes I did. That's
great.
I literally, it was after I went out to the end, I found that boat specifically out in the end because it's an in boat. And
Right.
I literally just tore it down because it was out in the middle of nowhere. There was no end city attached to it. It was one of those weird glitches. But
Oh, okay.
I tore it down and brought it out here. And I was like, I'm going to throw it into the water because eventually there's going to be an end city. And this is kind of like the port of the world, the river port of the world. So all the materials and goods kind of come through here and go out to the different cities from here. So that's kind of my thought. Well, the end city would have that type of end boat. So I would figure it would come in here on occasion and then go off to the end city.
That's really cool. I really like these. I never do big windows, and they're really nice. I need to do more. I mean, that's really nice. It just, I don't know. It just feels good.
It's
it
nice
just feels
like in a public building like this. I really like it with that because you can really get a feel for the rest of the world kind of just looking out on it. So
yeah, you have a ton of buildings. Are these just like housing? Like pretend player housing?
Yeah. Eventually, I plan on having the interiors done for all of them. I've started on that, but that project is just massive. So
I do know. I do know something about that. Yes. I have all the dreams of doing the interiors when I do my first one, and then those dreams quickly evaporate.
Yeah. So the only other thing here in this specific area of Alowick that I want to show off is right over here. This is obviously I've kind of torn this out, and eventually this is going to be fully, detailed out. But we've got a little town meeting going on in here, and these are all
this I know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all the heads of people that have meant something to the channel or something along the lines I've done, collabs with. So we got like Vanilla Raccoon, Crafting Mantis over here, a Wandering Nerd, those two.
Yeah.
We've got Fade and Fade Alchemist and Sassy Rogue over here. And then Wild Goat, we got Iceland Queen, Beardly Man who's on Twitch, Wells Knight, as I'm sure you know this lovely man here.
Yeah.
And then Copper Cable, who has done a lot of my artwork on the channel. And he's kind of the goofy guy that I have running in because he's late. As a little joke. So.
And this isn't the Armor Stands data pack, right? This is just
no. This was before that. Again, this was, pre 1.13. So I just threw the Armor Stands down and put stuff on them and kind of went from there.
Yeah. So. That's really nice, and I like that that's so usable. That'd be a nice thing. Like, there's no reason why you couldn't add this around. Especially with the ability to dye leather armor and have people look like they're all wearing all different clothes and stuff too. Mm-hmm. That adds so much different stuff. Yeah, I should try to utilize that more. That's a nice technique.
So, yeah, and we've got at the time the only patrons that I had up there with me being the head up there, and Dennis's up there. Dennis as well. So.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, yeah, fantastic builder.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. In fact, at some point in this world, you'll actually see part of his work too, because he's joined me. I've had a couple creators come on and do one-off episodes of kind of styles, their favorite style within the world.
Yeah. I've seen those.
So
yeah,
that's one of those.
I just want to fly up and get kind of a scale of how big this city is. This is great. This is fantastic. I didn't like I say I watched your series. I had no idea that the city was this big because you don't know, until you're here. I mean, this is huge, and plus you're always in survival, so you're not really just hovering in midair. But this is fantastic. I mean, look at the size of these fields, folks. Are you seeing this? Like, this is just awesome. I mean,
I think last I checked, I had like 200,000 uses of diamond hose. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, it's something kind of up there.
Yeah, this is serious scope. I really, really love it. I just, there's actually some things I didn't see. I don't want to give away too much because you're going to have to watch the other parts of the tour with all your other friends coming in, but this is wonderful.
The other thing I want to kind of show off here before we leave Alawick is actually towards the very back end of the town here.
Did I teleport to you? Yeah, I did, right?
Yes, you did. Yeah, I was just I was already moving, so like.
Okay, yeah.
So all this was done, and I'll this is how long ago this world has been going. 24-hour live stream on the 28th of November, 2017. This was built.
Nice.
So this
you did a 24-hour live stream?
Yeah, that was actually my birthday. We raised, it was something like $500 for Extra Life or something, that stream.
So I'm a noob at all this stuff. As you know, and maybe your viewers may not know, I'm quite ancient, like quite ancient. So I don't know how a lot of things work. So when I see people do 24-hour live stream, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a lot. So wait, so you were actually awake for 24 straight hours and on air the entire time?
So I took basically a break every 4 hours. It was like a 15 to 30 minute break depending on how I felt. If I felt a little bit more exhausted, then I took a longer break just so I could get up and move and kind of wake myself up. But yes, I was online broadcasting for 24 hours. I've done this 3 times.
That is amazing. So, did you have guests or was it just you talking for 24 hours?
It was just me talking. And then we did have... I think there was a couple times where we went on to Hypixel with some friends and that type of stuff, and then we went on to like Odium and some of that. So I did have some other guests, but for the most part, it was just me. So
after like a 2-hour live stream, I'm like reclined, laying on the floor, like some drools coming out of my mouth. Yeah. At my advanced age, you can only do so much to this body before I need to recharge.
Absolutely. So this is obviously, when I built this was going to be a storage area. So this bottom part is kind of the ports area. So this is like a shipping depot. So you would have these items on these pallets, and then you have a bunch of pallets stacked up in the corner there. But these are all shipping ready, so they're just kind of ready to be loaded onto the next ship that pulls in to the dock. But up top is actually the storage area. Now, again, I had the entity bug destroy every single item frame, but for the most part, these are all filled up.
Wow,
and here's my here's an idea of the amount of wealth I have on this server.
I just can't even fathom this. Oh, by the way, I should mention, if you're wondering what the texture pack is, this is your own custom texture pack?
Correct. Yeah, I've done, it's basically just supposed to be vanilla plus. So there's very, very small little changes. Like this birch here is significantly grade scaled to make it not as creamy. And then like acacia woods changed, the birch log textures changed. And then also my crown, which I actually had Germsy Boy
nice.
do for me. So there's that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So
I love how it falls over your eyes.
I know. Yeah, because it looked perfect on his, but I just say I need to get my crown resized. I can't see very well.
Oh, it's so much funnier. It's so much funnier than it's over your eyes. It just like with your skin and the smile and everything. It's just perfect. Yeah. Don't change a thing. It's really great. Yeah. I'm jealous of this storage, and that comes from a world. My experience of that. We have a lot of stuff, but I'm jealous of this. This is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so that's fun. And then we have a nice little office in here for the head of the place.
Nice. Yeah.
But the reason it's called Patterson's Ports, Pallets, and Packaging Palace is because if you look up at the ceiling, it looks like a P, just because of the way the design worked.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
everybody, that was actually named during the 24-hour live stream. So
nice.
That's what chat came up with, and
Yeah.
an alliteration,
Yeah.
which I approve
This
of.
is a big building. Yeah.
Oh
wow.
yeah. This took a pretty good portion of that stream. So,
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Even just laying blocks, let alone actually designing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
and
for
some
sure.
of this area I actually had to dig out just because of the way the landscape was. So
Sure.
but,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good one. I'm going to, if we run over here, there is a small little village that was helped, or I had Vanilla Raccoon join me for.
Oh, nice.
And so he was somebody I met at the Mine Fair in Philadelphia back in 2017, and
okay.
we've kind of been good friends since. So I was happy to have him join me for this. This is a more recent one, but this is his style, and this is kind of what I've been trying to accomplish with the little additions of the people joining me on here. So this is a fun
I can see this as style for sure, especially this little bit right here. Yeah, for sure. Like this little hang down. I've seen that before in his videos. Yeah, I would like to get to know him. He's very entertaining and a great builder.
Oh yeah, and he's got a lot of cool ideas too. So we've got Crispy Bacon in here and Babe.
Oh, nice.
So
nice, really nice. Yeah.
But yeah, if you watch the video of this, you have a little segment of me and him trying to grab these pigs because they were off in the middle of nowhere. We actually had to go around this huge plot of land and come bring the boats up to here. So it was kind of a wild, crazy event. But this is one of those things, like, nothing too crazy, nothing too big, but it adds a lot of lore and life to the world by just these little things. And I need to connect a path up at some point too.
That's the other thing that just adds a lot. But yeah, you gotta have this. You have the little stuff. You can't only think big stuff when you're world building. For sure, the little things add maybe more in some ways than the big stuff.
Absolutely. So one last thing I want to show. Well, I guess there's two, but it's in the same area. So we're gonna run up over here. Now again, since I don't have the pathway hooked up or anything like that, it's better to fly in this instance.
Sure.
But
yeah. Oh yeah.
We
of course,
are going to go right towards this field here, and then I'm going to plop down on the pathway right here next to this pillager party. And we're going to walk through this forest here real quick because one of the major people that provided a lot of inspiration for me in this world and a lot of inspiration for me to do YouTube was actually Wells Knight.
Sure, yeah.
And
yeah, me as well, actually.
If you take a look here, this is totally Wells Knight.
Oh yeah, I've seen this build before.
So this is based off of his Nimbania world or kingdom. So that's why I built this. And there's actually another one that's very similar to this style that I've kind of changed quite a bit on to mimic a lot of his different stuff too in this world. But we won't get to that now because that's another, part of that. But if we come over here, it kind of pathway through this village, but excuse me. We go over this bridge and you'll see some more fields. And the last thing I want to show off, we have a dead field too here, which I really like.
Hold on, I got to take in this bridge because it's not straight, and I love bridges that aren't straight. I love everything that's not straight. These days I get so into I hate to say odd shapes, but not totally straight lines. So I love seeing this kind of stuff. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
I was really happy with that bridge.
Yeah, that's really well done.
And then we have another little diagonal bridge here that leads up to the last point of the Aluik portion of the store. This is the Neeson Homestead, and the Neeson Homestead is named after one of my patrons, Mr. Neeson DK, and this is actually, it might be a little bit framey for you, but there is farms underneath. So underneath of this particular portion of it, you have the potato, carrot, pumpkin, and melon farms.
Oh wow! It's with a villager, like it's automated and stuff.
Yes, yeah. Now I haven't fixed the potato and the carrot farms yet for 1.13 or 1.14, but the melon and pumpkins work like a charm.
Cool.
So That's yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And there's still like
Nice.
a lot of shulker boxes around here. And then on this side we have the beetroot and wheat farms.
Oh, I like this door. Oh, that's really cool.
And we
Oh, that's really cool.
put
That's
the
a really
track up
great
there
design.
like it's a
Yeah.
meant to come in. So
Fantastic design.
kind of
Brian.
basic,
That's
but
really
I
cool.
like it.
That's what man, I love that. I love that. I am going to steal that. That's really great.
Go for it. Feel free.
Cool.
So yeah, this is again just storage for all of this, and you can see how long I've AFK'd at these farms by taking in. Well, the
Oh my
the wheat
goodness.
seeds are kind of taken care of at the top chest.
So wait,
but-
so villagers are doing all this for you?
Absolutely, right down here.
Oh man, this is like, even by seeing this, by looking at this, I'm probably going to break it. Just so you know.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine because it's already basically broken.
So my understanding is, and I know this is not a redstone tutorial. My understanding is that this villager will, when something needs harvested, he'll harvest it and he'll replant it with seeds as long as he gets them from the harvest. And then what?
So basically, if you look up just above you
Yeah.
on this row here, there is actual tracks going below each field, and you can kind of see it below yours as well. But there are actual tracks going, and there's a minecart hopper that's flowing through all of them, picking up every single bit, and then going back and basically releasing it into a bubble column that's shooting it up to the top.
Okay. Yeah, I got that.
And this worked a whole lot more better before 1.14. But I have gathered up so much that it doesn't matter if it works well or not for me because it's just going to work.
Are you so is that like excess seeds? So like once he harvests a wheat, then he'll take one seed to replant it, but then the extra seeds just lay on the ground or something.
The extra seeds lay on the ground, and that's how the hoppers pick them up too. So
oh god, I
And
think
then
didn't it
there's-
used to have to be that they would have to they'd throw it at another villager or something like that. That's how you had to
that's
do it.
one thing that you can do. But the way that I have this one set up is I basically when I bred them. I made sure that they had an empty inventory with a mod called Villager Inventory or something along those lines. So basically, I could click on them and see their inventory slots and make sure that there was nothing in there. I don't think you could put them in there. I don't remember with the mod because it's no longer active. But basically, what it would happen would be you could check and see, and if there wasn't, you just fill up their 8 inventory slots full of seed stacks, so they could only pick up seeds when used. And so they would break the block and drop it. They wouldn't pick up any of the wheat, which would cause them to make bread in their inventory, which could fill up their inventory. So
that makes a lot of sense. Okay,
yeah,
cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, what a great farm design. Well, this is brilliant.
It was a lot of fun to build. There's actually a ravine here. So that was kind of a pain in the butt to deal with. But up top, there's a few other villagers. But again, we had an issue with villagers. None of the farmers below got taken away, but some of these guys up here got taken away. So you can see them kind of in here. So
Right. Oh, wow. So yeah, easy trades whenever you have that automation going. Yeah,
absolutely. So, and then we've got the fields for the farm. So
nice. I don't want to scare you here, but I think you may have a pig issue.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, and White Fire and I actually did this underwater or underground river type of design. For this. So, and we're planning on having him back to kind of finish detailing out the sides because we've started it, but we didn't have enough time. But so
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like flowing rivers. That's rare. That needs to be in the game.
He saw this ravine and he was like, let's do this. And I was like, absolutely, let's do it.
Yeah.
That was really around episode 100 of this world. So we've got episode 130 out, was the last one that I've done. So, but that's basically it for this portion of the tour. So,
well, cool. Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course. I do appreciate you coming. So
fantastic builds. And yeah, I love seeing this world just like from here. It's so great.
So yeah, I'm glad you came, and I'm glad to get a little bit of of your opinions on the different things. So definitely like to hear your thoughts, because you are a pretty darn good builder yourself, my friend.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, I guess that'll do it for me on this one. So we'll see you guys in the next portion of this tour on my end.
Okay, bye everybody.